What's going on, fellas? Coach Bardo coming back to you from these lovely, sunny Playa del Carmen streets. If you haven't seen me before, I help black men in the United States leave the country and look for better places that suit us better. So today, I often hear people talk about they're worried about citizenship when considering leaving the United States. And here's the thing, guys. There are a lot of black Americans that live in this Playa del Carmen area that I know that don't have residency, that don't have citizenship, that have been here for years, okay? So a lot of times I think when people are considering moving overseas, they're worried about citizenship and all that. I wouldn't worry so much about that. I would focus more on where you want to be. What country do you want to be in? You know, what lifestyle do you want? I think that's far more important than worrying about citizenship and whatnot. And here's why. Because in places like Mexico here, there are ways to go through steps to get your residency that don't cost that much, or you can do like I'm doing and just pay somebody to do it, right? They do all the paperwork, they set everything up, and then you got to show up for the appointment. And then once you show up for the appointment, I'll have 4-year temporary residency, right? So I see far too many people getting caught up in, well, what's the visa process like? What's the residency like? Don't worry about that. You'll have plenty of time to figure that out. You need to figure out first where you want to be, because, you know, you're sitting up here wasting valuable resources and time trying to figure out a process that, in my opinion, is low on the totem pole. Now, I know that may sound contrary to what people think because of, you know, trying to get to another country and you think you got to have all this together and all that. Here's the thing, guys. You have a benefit because you own a U.S. passport. So we get, well, for now anyway, but we get certain privileges that other countries don't get in terms of visa stays and whatnot. And so if you're flying, for example, if you're flying to Cancun and you're wanting to just check out everything, you can be here for 6 months, 180 days on a valid tourist visa. Hola, buen dia. See, pretty lady back there working out. She got her earbuds in. But here, you get 180 days. That's 6 months, guys, that you can take and explore and figure out if this is where you want to be. Because the worst thing would be to get somewhere, get there, and then rush to worry about residency and all that before you even know if you want to be there or not. So there are some people, guys, that make the choice to leave. They go to another country and they find out that that's not quite the fit that they want. So instead of worrying about residency or citizenship, I would encourage you guys to focus on getting the scouting trip, having your passport together, having your stuff at home together. Because once you get over here, the logistics they're not as difficult as people may think. And I don't know if you guys follow other YouTubers who are black travelers, but I do, and I've been doing it for years. And the thing is that the people that you follow on YouTube, they may not have residency anywhere, right? They might just bounce around. There's a phenomenon called slow travel. And what people do, instead of picking one place, they want to live out their retirement, but they go to a one place for a month or two and explore, visit, check it out, and put it on, you know, check off their bucket list. But to me, slow travel is a great way to figure out where you want to be long term. Because I don't know, to me, the slow travel would sound exciting for about probably 6 to 12 months. And after that, I'd want some place that I could have home base, right? That's just me. But don't worry about the citizen thing. Don't worry about the residency thing. Trust me, that can get worked out, especially down here in Mexico. That's a payment, guys. That's an investment, and you can get that done. Don't waste your valuable time and resources going through that process. Now, there are people who are doing it, who get, the Mexican consulate in Chicago or Indianapolis or Denver. They're able to get in. Before I was coming down here, I was trying to go through that process. I couldn't even get an appointment in Chicago where I live, right? I couldn't get in. It's too crowded. But when I got down here, I'm walking by and I saw like an advertisement. Hit the WhatsApp number and went through the process, filled out what they needed to fill out, waited a couple weeks. They got back to me. They said, look, here's your information and good luck. And so now, next time I go to the Cancun airport, I'll have a quick meeting and they'll give me my 4-year temporary residency. And then once the temporary residency expires, I can easily apply for permanent residency and I'll be a permanent resident of Mexico. So don't get caught up in the citizen thing. Don't get caught up in having to have a passport at another country. It's not necessary, guys. It's not. These visa situations are changing rapidly due to the administration in the United States and their stance towards other people. And so, yes, it's changing, but I don't anticipate the visa situation changing dramatically because they still want tourist dollars and foreign dollars in US, even though we're going through our own little crisis. We still have more money than most. So again, utilize your time and find out where you want to be. The trips are more important than trying to figure out the visa and citizenship, in my opinion. Because again, you get on the ground and like Mexico, like Panama, like different places. Like, for example, let me give you an example. The golden pensionado that Panama offers people who, might be retired or semi-retired. If you can show you make $1,000 a month, they'll give you a retirement visa in Panama. $1,000 a month. Or if you have a certain amount in savings or investments, you can show them and they'll give you a pensionado visa. And I think I'm going to do that anyway. Because in this situation of change and geopolitics around the world, I don't think you can have enough places that you can go and be legal, right? So those are things to consider. I'll be your plug on that moving forward. If you got any serious questions about visa situations or residency or whatnot, because it's not as difficult, guys, as people like to make it seem, okay? So I want you to utilize your time first, getting you and your family on board about, yes, it's time to go. Make sure that everybody's on board. Second, take a trip. You got to take the scouting trip. Even if your family's not on board, you may want to go out and do it on your own first, just to see, right? See how you feel about it, see the safety level, the comfort level. If you've got kids, if you got a wife and family, will they be comfortable in this scenario, right? Those are far more important, in my opinion, than worried about visa and citizenship, okay? If you want to join a group of like-minded black men who are planning to leave the United States, consider joining Next Chapter Forward. Group of black men over 50 from the States. And I'm Coach Bardo. I will help you in any way, shape, or form. If you're interested, text me, 312-847-2739. I offer consultation calls. And I've also got like a VIP kind of concierge service that if you're interested, let me know. But text me, 312-847-2739. Guys, don't worry about the citizenship and visa right now. That's not important. What's important is you getting safe. You getting you and your family to safety. And I'm here. I know visas and I know residency requirements in many different countries. And so I will help you navigate that process. It's not as difficult as it may sound. But make sure you figure out where you want to go and you're getting your family on the same page. And third, what are you going to do about finances? Those are the most important things, in my opinion, to consider when getting ready to leave the United States or trying to make a plan to leave the United States, okay? All right, you guys have a great rest of your week. Until next time, holla, y'all.